What up, gang? I'm back with another tutorial, a self-cut tutorial. And we about to do a high fade. We really just trying to bring in those bars back. And I've been doing a little bit of derma rolling, and I'm gonna leave a link in the description below, okay? As you see, the bars are coming back, but it's coming back at a slower rate. Anyway, your first step, you want to start off with your Babbler's trimmers, and you just want to make your first guideline. I tried to do this with my phone, it wasn't working out, so I had to go to the trusty mirror. Second step, you want to make sure that you have your clippers, and you want to have them bad boys all the way open. You want to make your second, well, really your third panel, okay? You just want to do a little flicking all throughout the process, all right? I'm not doing too much speeding up. I just want y'all to see this in real time. Notice how I'm flicking out, okay? I'm flicking out very carefully, and I'm staying even with my panel. I'm dropping that fade just a little bit. Third step, you want to make your fourth panel, and we just put our one guard on, and we just do another flick out all the way throughout the head, okay? I'm also using my self-cutting mirror. As you can see in the back, I'm gonna leave a link in the description below. If you cut your hair, you have to get one of these. It makes the process 100% way smoother than the average just holding a mirror and just trying to cut your hair with one hand, okay? You have way more mobility, all right? So now I'm just fixing the fade, just making sure everything is even on both sides. I want to take it a little high because I'm bringing back my C-bars, all right? So we just flicking out that panel again with the one guard, okay? Take your time, don't rush, trust the process, all right? Next, you're gonna get a nice little brush session in just to brush down all the hairs, just to see the hairs that we do need to get, okay? So we're gonna put our 1.5 guard on and just debulk a little bit more with the grain. As you see the waves start popping out a little bit more. I just made a switch to my 3 guard, and now I'm just going with the grain with the direction of my waves. Next up, you want to take that 3 guard, and we're going to go up. We just want to flick out, okay? And you're going to flick out as much as you want to, and we're going to make sure that our lever is all the way closed, all right? Just so we can get a nice even flick out. After that, we're going to immediately switch to our 1 guard, and we're going to start hitting that panel, just knocking out that line, okay? After which, we take off our 1 guard, and now we're just using our straight clippers, and now we just want to feather out our lines, okay? We just want to take those lines off. And as you see, I'm fading up, and I'm also fading down just to get a nice, smooth consistency, all right? Never be afraid to try, people, okay? This is the only way that you're going to perfect a self-fade on yourself. So as you see, I'm really getting in. I'm pulling my skin down. I'm really getting in. I do the same process, do the same steps on the other side, just to knock out that line. And we just using that lever and get it close as possible, okay? I faintly still see the line, and you still can see the line too. So if anytime you're having problems like that, you want to take your trimmers and lightly flick until you can blend that side in as perfect as possible. But by the end of the tutorial, you'll see that it's blended in with perfection. Stay with me, guys, until the end. We're about to make sure that our fades is looking immaculate. So as you see, as I reference all the time to my self-cutting mirror, I'm using it just so I can flick out and get all that weight in the back of my head that I cannot see using my front mirror, okay? I'm telling y'all, it's absolutely amazing. Nevertheless, we're still working on that fade. We're debulking. We're still trying to knock out that line right there, that harsh line right there at the bottom. If y'all have any suggestions for me, make sure you leave them in the comment section. So as you see, I'm switching back and forth to different clippers and different trimmers. So I use my magic clippers, my wall magic clippers, just to get out real harsh lines. As you can see on that side, it's out. We're still trying to finesse this line on my left side. Either way, it's still a nice looking self fade that we have going on here. Okay, so just doing a little bit more debulking with my 3 guard because I want to keep it thick at the top. All right, using my 1 guard, and we're just going up, just flicking that harsh line, and we're still trying to get that harsh line out right here at the bottom. And as you see, I'm using my trimmers just to knock it out, going back and forth, trying to use my guitars just to get a nice smooth effect on that left side, because it is giving me a little trouble, as you can see. All right, since we're done, now we're just gonna do our facial part of the tutorial. Anytime you have a beard, you want to start literally right there, a little bit above the Adam's apple, okay? All right, and very lightly, because your neck is very sensitive, and depending on how sharp your trimmers are, you don't want to hit those lines too heavy, because you can scar yourself and leave whelps on your neck, and that does not feel good anytime you're washing your face or you put an alcohol astringent on it. That thing will burn. Anyway, after you hit that line, you want to go against the grain, and you want to get it as close as possible. If you want to get an even closer shave, make sure you check out my how to get a clean shave tutorial. And I use Magic Shave, and it's razorless and it gets it real clean. All right, it's a depilatory, so I give a step-by-step tutorial on how to do that as well. As you can see, I go back and forth. I still hit that fade. Anytime I see a little something, I just hit it, because we want to make that fade look as perfect as possible. And as you can see, that line is definitely damn near almost out, okay? It's still faintly there. We still can see it, but that line is definitely out. So now we just starting a little fade on the top of our beard. You just want to blow that out, make that completely skin as possible, all right? Our next step, we're gonna start with our mustache, lightly hitting just those loose hairs that's coming above our lips.
God damn, Fawn, when you make this, nigga?
Fern, you made this?
One of my heavy suggestions that I'll always suggest to any of my clients, because they like to do a lot of their facial hair at the house in between haircuts, take your time. Do not rush. That's why I didn't speed anything up. I wanted y'all to see real time, okay? So take your time. That way you can get a nice, accurate lining. You can get a nice, clean edging. Now, I didn't show you how I got my curves on my face, because the experience wouldn't be that lovely. My hands, my elbows, my gloves was all in the way. But nevertheless, you can see what I'm doing. You want to do a lot of pucker facing just to get those areas on your face and the hairs on your face, okay? But just take your time. And that's the theme to the whole lesson. Take your time. You can't rush. If you want a nice self-fade, you want to do your beard, you want a nice lining on your beard, you have to take your time. And you have to practice, okay? As you see, we still nice. We still trying to knock that line out. You know, I want to make sure that line looks non-visible. I don't want to see a line, so I'm still hitting that line right now. You might have the same issue, and if you do, tackle it the way you want to, but just always know when to stop. That's an old barber school trick. Always know when to stop, because you know why? Your hair always can grow back, right? So now we just brushing, we just looking, making sure everything looks pretty good. Need to still do a little more derma rolling on that side, just so my hair can lay down and grow a little bit more in those light areas, okay? Thanks again for tuning in for this self-cut tutorial, how to cut your own fade. And until the next episode, Brodies, I am out. Oh yeah, make sure you subscribe, bros. If you're in the Fayetteville area, if you're in the North Carolina area, you want a good service, go ahead and pull up on your boy, make an appointment, and I'm out. Hello, do you need a haircut?